Hey everyone, welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera. We are in a seedy bar. We're trying to find some hidden adversary. I have talked with everybody, I think. I probably need to go and talk to everybody again, but it's probably finally time to have that drink. The bartender flickers under your gaze, and his voice is Ziobe's. You know the truth now. This is not Feriak. Feriak is as we remember him. So Feriak was a member of this mercenary troop over here, and he died. And so one of the mercenaries is using her psychic powers to create kind of an illusion of her former comrade. Let's see. But I would like a drink. You're in for a treat, friend, a real treat, assuming you call the possibility of a toxic reaction a treat, of course. We've positively identified some of these as safe. Smaller subset here as inebriants or hallucinogens. We've got a few that are, well, chancy, as in sometimes they kill people. Cost for a safe drink is 3 shins. Experimental ones, those are 10. Let's try one of the safe ones. Coming right up. Glasses and cups float through the air without his touch, moving with precisions to the spigots on the walls. One settles before you drink it. There's a fruity concoction, not unpleasant, and it makes your voice run up and down multiple octaves when you try to speak. Let's go ahead and give me one of the chancy ones. We've got this strange black ichor, thick enough that it's almost chewy. There's a pink sludge known as entheogen, but its strength varies and sometimes kills people. We have one that smells like Altaban fruit, and we sometimes use that one to get rid of stubborn grease stains. It's acidic, but, well, maybe it's an acquired taste. Let's try the black ichor. I tasted this stuff once. I don't remember much about the time afterwards, but I was raving about holes in reality. Well, here's your drink. Drink fast is my advice. He put the word deed. The taste is not unpleasant, though the texture is horrifying. Unbidden, you think of soft flesh rotting under a jungle sun. Nothing happens, at least not right away. Just as you begin to doubt the ichor's efficacy, you feel the earth shift slightly. The walls shiver and begin to shake. Their surfaces look as if they are slowly melting. You feel the weight of the ceiling and sky forcing you to the floor, and it's only a great effort of will that keeps you standing. Rents begin to appear in flat surfaces in the bar and the walls. Scabrous tissue rims their edges, and deathly chorus pipes through in a register almost too high to hear. The world tilts on its axis, and you stagger to the right. Your vision blurs, and the invisible world swims into view, becoming more solid than the world you call home. Okay, so that was good stuff, I guess. Of course, in a weird world like Numenera, in a weird world like Numenera, it's even the drinks are strange. I don't remember this guy. Did we talk to him? Almost the Soul Keeper. For a moment, you're not entirely sure if you look upon a construct or a human. Plastic sheen of the pale man's skin suggests artificiality, but if he is a construct, he is so cunningly constructed, so close to the human baseline, that the illusion is nearly perfect, except his head is a trifle too large, his eyes black buttons. Then you realize the truth. He is a visitant. His home many millions of miles distant. Almas, my name. What can you tell me of yourself? I am Almas. I am keeper of souls, last of my kind, only survivor of a civilization that spanned time and space. Now they are gone, their stars black. Reality's winds carry me. He turns his head back towards his drink. Okay, what happened to your people? The highest caste of power controlled we minds' ideas for all souls of empire. A great web we wove, shining with power. But other nodes, they winked away, until only I remained. An image of my people I carry, but no place to make it real. Our domain lost, I alone, and paralyzed with indecision and fear. How did you get here? Not my time, not my place. Yet when the connection up to home broke, a beacon shone here. 5 minds drew me, a light in the darkness. They were not a light to understand. They were safety, surety, while a new home I find. In this place I have clear thought, untarnished. Okay, time ends. This place is just full of cherry people. Okay, so there's the ghostly woman who will probably try to kill me. There's Leto and Feriok.
It's a plan.
Okay, let's see. I don't suppose there's any chance that that guy is the, Hey, another possibility? What about Almas over there?
Making a note.
His tale of personal tragedy and sorrow, though perhaps the end result is not the worst for people under his cast titular care. He is not the adversary. Okay. I would love to help this guy find the adversary, but... I mean, I think I've run him by all the people here. And I'm not seeing him. Am I not seeing somebody? Sir Arthur? Is there anybody back in this corner? I don't think so. Huh. Okay. Well.
I'm there.
Okay. Well, we have other things we need to be doing, so let us be on our way. Okay, so we have many quests to do. The main ones that I'm thinking about are, let's see, what do we have? Journal. So we have our main quest, which is to seek passage to the Valley of Dead Heroes, which I kind of want to do last because I think it's going to leave us out of here. We found Rin. There's a slaver that wants us to bring her to him, but I'm not gonna bring her back to him, so I don't know if I'm gonna go back. We're looking out for books, which I haven't found. There's a murder. Oh yeah, I want to go and try to find this murderer, so this is probably where we'll go next, to Dedro her. Search the... yeah, I don't know about that one. Resolve the situation between Finzen and his levy. That's right, we gotta go to the government sector for that. I want to talk to the Sticha in Underbelly to help the Stichas that was outcast. So that's another reason to go. Search Caravanserai for evidence of Perseia's whereabouts. Oh, I didn't know that was only in the Caravanserai. I'll need to come back for that. Discover more about Oom's past. Bring Eritis back to Master Renio. And find a way to communicate with the shadowy reflection that has appeared in Labyrinth.
Why are you so angry all the time?
What? I'm not angry. I just don't deal well with fools.
You're probably making them nervous. Maybe if you were nicer to them, they'd stop making mistakes.
I wish it were that easy.
Okay, I like the interactions between Allegern and Ren. But let's see, we're going to go to the Underbelly, which is right here.
Let's go.
It looks like. Yeah. I like that hawker. He's buying stolen goods at a fair price. If only I had some stolen goods to sell. Okay, so let's, we're going to go talk to the Sticha first. Chikekt.
Trust and honesty are our bonds.
She has a lot of interesting stuff to say. Hey, Chikekt. Egg friend. Sticha deep dig like promise. Rock not is good there, but Chikekt promise Sticha move. Human want travel? Found a Steetus in Cliff's Edge. It's hiding in a refuse heap. The humans want to kill it. Can you help? It looks at you for a long moment, almost as if it can't believe what it just heard. Is weak, outcast, not feed self, burdened on broodmates, should be dead. The odor that rises from the Steetus is dry and musty, the scent of an insect's corpse curled on a windowsill. It's disgusting. Weak or not, it doesn't deserve to die at the hands of a mob. It's your kin. Oh well.
Making a note.
No, some life is drained. Parasite contribute nothing. If Steetus save outcast, will starve and die anyway. Human kill outcast, useful for all, will reward. No.
Of course.
I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I'll come back when I've got some more, I don't know, some more points to spend on that kind of thing. Oh, I also realized it was the manufactory who said, it was this guy here who said that he might be able to help fix the resonance chamber if we could bring him a piece. Maybe? Let's talk business again. Glad to, out with it. Let's talk about that broken device in the reef again. Yes, go on. Show the crystal shard. There we go. Microfissures saturated with organic fluid. This device of yours is alive. Replacement crystals need to be grown, not made. Can't help you more than that. Growing crystals isn't my business, but those ruin diggers and the Order of Truth might be able to tell you more. You'll find them in Government Square, up the ladder to my left. Good luck. Okay, well. And then let's go to the Dendro Her Chapel. Oh, is there a door up here? No, the Government Square. Well, so the quests I was hoping to end are not actually getting ended.
Ready.
I feel like we're starting to hit some dead ends. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, but we have a murder to
Done.
To investigate here. And B2 is their leader, if I remember correctly. Ah, welcome back. I see you are still on your feet. You notice he seems disappointed about this, despite his feverish cheer. Yeah, these guys collect the dead, and they believe that if they eat the dead, that the souls of the dead carry on within them. But I think they're actually just kind of creepy cannibals. I have some questions about the trouble going on in the Underbelly. Oh dear, I was hoping it was all over by now. I have evidence that the Dendro Her are involved. Can I speak with your acolytes? That. Oh my, I suppose you have my permission. Do be gentle with them. They deserve it, of course. Do you think they could be capable of murder? Certainly not. Well, they do come and go as they please, hunting for bodies left in the gutters like broken leaves. The Devourer of Wrongs was standing vigil these last few days, but any of the others could be responsible, I suppose. Huh. Oh dear, they really are a suspicious lot, aren't they? Mallet enjoys hurting people. Kia Tawa tells her little lies, and Gazay, well, she's quite unique. All in all, they're a horrifying bunch, aren't they? I really hadn't noticed before. Where were you? Ah, I have quite an amazing alibi. Is that how you say it, alibi? I was with Folsom the entire night. He can tell you as much.
I'll remember that.
I promised Folsom I wouldn't tell anyone how he helps with things. You need to ask him if you want to know more. So as you can see, I'm beyond suspicion. Okay. Hey, Mallet. Creepy guy. What do you want, shul meat? Beachy gave me permission to ask you about the murders. Is that right? Yeah, right. Ask your questions for all the good it'll do you. Do you know Weedle? Heh, yeah, I knew him. Glad to hear he's dead. He was smart and knew it. Always looking down on the rest of us. Always ordering people around with Folsom looking on smiling. But if you're thinking I chopped him, I didn't. I was getting drunk in the corner of the manufactory, wondering what all the screaming was about.
I'll remember that.
You know who you should ask. Kiyatawa. I saw her hunched over some corpse in an alley all by herself. Doesn't matter what the meat is. People who eat on their own always got something to hide. And Gazay is one to watch too. She ain't like you or me. She's mutant, not one of the nicer ones. Okay, so he was with Folsom. He says he was at the manufactory getting drunk. I want to talk to you about your eating habits. Is that right? Not much of a mystery there. I eat people. I like it. If that doesn't answer your question, go on and ask. How many corpses have you eaten? That would explain why the bodies are almost always missing. Can't give you the exact number. You eat what's given to you here, but at least one time at midnight I was out on my own. I found a corpse lying beneath a stack of rusty metal. Someone just left him there to rot. His expression of mock regret barely masks his smile. Maybe I'll go for another walk tonight. Can't help wondering what else I'll find hidden under things. Ugh. Okay, gross.
I'm going.
Hey, Kiyatawa. She doesn't spare words on you this time. She merely nods, her wary gaze cataloging the position of everyone in the room. Her eyebrows arch curiously, and it's that simple movement that makes a strange connection in your mind. You've seen that expression before on a somewhat similar face. The ghostly woman in the fifth eye. Oh, go on. Why does she look like the ghostly woman in the fifth eye? And B2 says I can ask you about the murders in the Underbelly. Yeah? Good. I have to say I'm not surprised the murderers trail edge in here. What do you want to know? Let's see. Do you have any idea who the murderer
I'll remember
is?
that.
No, but I've seen what they left behind at the Folsom boy. A mess, blood on the walls and floor, no body. That's the kind of death you see when someone's sending a warning or holding a grudge. I saw it all the time before I came here. Mallet says he caught you eating a corpse on your own. Yeah, maybe Mallet should mind his own business. Sure, it's true. I don't like being down here more than I have to, alright? I barely even sleep anymore. Keep getting the feeling that they're waiting for me to die, wondering what it'd taste like.
Making a note.
Not too long ago, I found a corpse in an alley near Circus Minor, and I didn't see why I should share it with this lot. That's it. No secret, no scandal. Since Mallet thinks he can share my hunting with strangers, maybe you should ask him how many corpses he's found on his own, or if they are actually dead when he found them. Why do you think somebody killed him? Why? Why? This is someone Folsom cared about. He has a lot of enemies. Why do you think? It's the Endless Gate. Nope, never heard of him. You sure you never heard of the Children of the Endless Gate before? Shakes her head looking confused. I want to know your opinions on the others. Huh, alright, don't expect me to hold back. What about him, B2? He's lived for too long. Maybe the Dendro her were something once, but he's just looking for his next meal now, and the rest of them are following his example. But Mallet, he likes hurting people. More than that, he's proud of it. I'm not sure, but I think he's been killing rivals from his old life and eating them. Like his eye. She used to be worse than she is. If you haven't talked to her yet, you'll see what I mean. Maybe all those corpses she's eating on her own are bringing sages into her head, civilizing her maybe. But that just means she's a predator who knows the mind of her prey. Angus A. Welcome back, Tenderling. BG says I can ask you about the murders in the Underbelly. Ask your questions, Tenderling. What do you know about the murders? Oh, Tenderling, you use the wrong word over and over. There's no murder if there's no body. This was... She uses a word you do not recognize, a gruesome combination of clicking teeth and growling consonants. And so nothing was lost.
I'll remember that.
We do not know who is responsible. Kiyatawa and Mallet sneak about during the night. They swallow their secrets. They are Dendro her to serve power and their hunger, not to honor the dead, not for... She uses the word again. They are not capable of such kindness. Do you know about the Children of the Endless Gate? We know it, but we are not sure how. Yes, bloody circles left on the sides of junkyard dwellings outside the bloom and shadows. Beware the Endless Gates, little woman. People of the community say it still makes us laugh, such sweetness. Okay. You don't think that they killed any of their victims? We never said that. They kill, but they do not honor. They do not understand who they are. What's that word you keep using? Word? Oh, yes. Our language does not have a word, so we use our own. We know of murder, of course. To leave a body to rot is to say that the soul inside is not worth keeping. This we punish. The decision is not for anyone to make. The word we speak of is opposite. On my world, when one of us dies or is killed, we eat their flesh and take their souls into our body. We feel the light of them reach our corners. They become we. Do you understand? You think it's only a murder if the murderer doesn't eat the entire body. Yes, you understand. Okay. This murder is no murder. We know the details. A skinned hand and blood circles on the wall. Tenderlings play with their food. Perhaps your murderer is young. They do not know they should finish the hands, strip the memories of hard work from the tendons, crunch the bones, slurp the blood from the floor. Tenderlings. Gross. Okay. So he has an alibi of Folsom. He has an alibi of the manufactory. She didn't tell me about an alibi, but she said
or is
that
it the other way?
She killed somebody in Circus Minor. Gazette doesn't have a alibi at all, but she actually doesn't seem to think that there's anything wrong with killing people as long as you eat them all. And yeah, at least the first body, there's still a hand left behind. I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that that wasn't her. But okay, let's check the alibis real quick. One guy said that he was here. So let's see. Have you seen any of the Dendro or her in the manufactory lately? What does that have to do with anything? Am I supposed to take stock of every human that stumbles aimlessly across my floor? Ah, yes, I did see one, as a matter of fact. A large male was lounging under one of the pipes, drinking and slobbering on himself. Then he slept right through it, through all that shrieking about a murder. Barely even woke up to vomit on himself. Okay, so Mallet is honestly too obvious of a suspect. It's actually funny. If you go by like popular culture, wait, where am I going? I'm gonna go talk to Folsom, who's down here somewhere. If you go by popular culture, you would never ever actually suspect anybody who's obviously a suspect. You know, it's like, oh, that guy's too obvious. He didn't do it. Okay, Folsom. McKenna, you will tell me if you know anything about this murder, and if you're responsible, you will reveal the name of your employer now. You know me better than that, or should. Should I? Very well. Lend your expertise to the task at hand, McKenna. Find me the killer. I suggest you try your hardest. Okay, I've discovered the children of the Endless Gate may be involved in Weedle's murder. Interesting. Abita told me the group had been crushed long ago. I would count it a favor if you continued your investigation. Speak with Mbitu and his acolytes. Tell me if you believe one of them is responsible. Mbitu says that he was with you when the first murder occurred. Is that true? Yes. Okay.
Let's go.
So, okay, so we're gonna go and check out, one of them said that they killed somebody in Circus Minor, so we're gonna go and check that out. If that doesn't pan out, then she's probably the one who did it, and if it does pan out, then, I don't know, I'm gonna have a tough choice to make between, Gazet and whoever the other one was, but maybe we'll actually get this solved.
All right.
Oh, she didn't say where in Circus Minor, did she? Oh, it didn't put. Let's see. Mallet, he claims he was getting drunk on a corner of the manufactory. Kita Tawa. Finding another corpse in the city. Seemed like she was hiding something else about her visit to Circus Minor. I should speak to the merchants there and find out what she said. Okay.
You know, you remind me of me when I was young.
Were you ever as young as me?
Well, no, but my mouth was just as sharp.
Yeah, that's something I could do.
That's funny.
You've got it.
Okay, I honestly think I should find a safe place for her, unless she suddenly reveals that she's a lot more
One moment, and it's done.
capable, or she's more than she seems to be. Let's see, merchants. I suppose we could just talk to a generic merchant. Nope. How about Prada? Hey, Prada. Oh, hello. Here to shop or just to chat, or both? Have you seen a Dendro, her woman in the market lately? No, near the market, yes. I was closing up shop and only noticed her because she was staggering a little and talking to herself. Remember what she was saying? Something about circles. That's it. She kept talking about a hollow circle or read a hollow circle. I didn't know the Dendro or her got drunk. Apparently more than one of them do. Hollow red circles. Okay. Right, she was the one that I asked her about the, let's see. Let me read through this real quick. Hollow red circles. This sounds very similar to the symbols the murderer has been leaving on the walls of the Underbelly. Oh. Okay.
Done.
Well, that is suspicious. Okay, so let's head back to the Underbelly. Yeah, up here.
Of course we can help. Right, all?
Who's she talking to?
What's going on?
Wait. Maybe we never talked to her. Where are you from? It's a better place than this. It's safe and warm, and it's a long, long way from here. There are a lot of trees there. It's full of growing things. And a little village with a tall wall to keep bad things away. And I have parents there. That's where I belong. That's my home. I have parents there. I'm not an orphan. It's a lovely town. What's it called? It's Barenth. She looks up her tiny face grave. Yes, it's called Barenth. My village, my home. That's where my parents are. If you're so far away, why do you speak the same language as everyone here? I don't know. I guess I could also wonder why you all speak my language. How'd you get to Sage's Cliff? I can't remember. I remember running and a fire, but it wasn't the right color for a fire. I don't know. Then I just remember being here and nothing making any sense anymore. How long have you been away? Only a few weeks, I think. It's hard to remember. When I got hurt, I don't remember the time around then very well. Those thugs you were hiding from, they seemed to know you were in the building, but they couldn't find you. Why? We're good at hiding. Who's we? A flash of panic crosses her face. Me, she says too quickly. Then she sighs and pulls something from her pocket. It's small dark stone with a hole in it. She's outside your arm's reach, but she still holds it close to her chest protectively. This is all. He keeps me safe. He knows everything of hiding. Ask questions about your friend? She brings the stone up to her ear and cocks her head a bit. Then she looks up at you and gives a slightly anxious nod. Alright, he's fine with a few questions. A few. Can't help notice that he's a rock. He's not a rock, he's a stone. Is there a difference between a rock and a stone? If there wasn't a difference, why would we have two words for them? That's a good point. Are you trying to distract me so I won't ask about your imaginary friend? A little bit, but all isn't imaginary, and he's not a stone. He's a god. He lives inside the stone. Oh, okay. Has all always been a stone? He's a very young god. Older gods have usually lived in many bodies. So the stone is like his body, or is it like his house? A little bit of both. It's easier for him to leave than a body, but harder to leave than a house. Either way, the stone isn't really him. It's a little like a cup, too. Does that make sense? Moving from body to body. It sounds a little familiar. Been listening a little. I thought that might be easy for you to understand. How old is he? Only a couple weeks old. He's so strong for a... She breaks off and looks down her hand. You don't need to be embarrassed. She looks at you and grins again. She says in a stage whisper, he's embarrassed. What does it mean that he's a god? It's a hard question. Where I come from, there are many gods. Gods of health and hearth and home. Gods of road and roam. Where I come from, it's a poor family that has no gods of their own. But here there are no gods. It's like finding a place where people don't know what meat is, or air. How do you explain something like that? And I haven't seen a single god except for all himself, and he's mine. He simply is. He's my friend. Did you bring all with you from home? No, well, yes, I suppose I did bring him with me. I found him near a string. I've been carrying him around in my pocket for many years. You just said he was a few weeks old. She opens her mouth and closes it again. Then she's quiet for a moment. Then she says, All doesn't want me to talk about this anymore. All doesn't want to talk about it, or you don't? Neither. Fine, I will. I don't want to ask this, but I don't want to not ask it either. Do you think I'm wrong in the head? I think you've had a really hard time, Ren. Sometimes our minds play trick on us. I don't know what to believe, Ren. Your stories don't match. If you're not lying, then... Yeah. Of course I'm not lying. I just... So you do think there's something wrong with me? I don't know. Maybe it'll help to remember more of your past. Like, what are your parents' names? Well, my father's name is... My mother is... No. I know their names. I do. They're... Ah. She pulls out a stone and holds it to her face. Her tears glisten off the stone's black surface. Ah, why can't I remember? Why? What did I do? What happened? What's wrong with me? She continues like that for a long time, no longer aware that you're even here. Okay. Now I feel horrible. So I just upset her by asking too many questions.
Fine.
Okay, so all I'm proving is that it's probably a correct instinct to not just keep her with us. Probably need to find a safe place for her. If that's the case, that's actually an interesting game design problem. That they give you a little girl that you have to take care of, and she takes up a spot in your party. But in the long run, it's probably best if you...
All right, Ren, you can do this.
You find somebody else to take care of her. Okay. Let us confront her,
Let's
maybe?
do it.
Yeah, you. She doesn't spare words on you this time. She just made it. Okay, I have questions for you. Merchant and circus miner said they spotted you staggering around and talking about hollow circles. Is that right? Doesn't sound familiar, but maybe I was drunk. Are you sure you've never heard about the Children of the Endless Gate before? Shakes her head looking confused.
All right, Ren, you can do this.
Okay, well, that...
Go.
Okay, so it's either Gazai, or it's that, kid of... whatever. Circles and red. Hollow red circles. Okay, so... So I think that it's probably not Gazai, because she actually seems like the type that if she killed the people, she wouldn't see anything wrong with it, so she wouldn't have a reason to lie about it. Whereas the Kiyatawa is muttering about hollow red circles when she's drunk. I mean, I suppose it's...
Rin, I don't feel right about dragging you along with us.
Why?
Uh-oh.
I'm eating better and feel safer now than I ever have in this place.
That says more about the world than the people you travel with.
Yep,
Done.
see? Like I'm saying, getting like steady signals that we need to find a safe place for her. But,
Let's go.
yeah, and also, this is totally metagaming here, but the name of the quest is Circles in Red, and she's muttering about Circles in Red, so I might be reading too much into that, but let's go and say, I know who the murderer is. Do you? Tell me. It's the young woman, Kiyatawa. Oh, also, Gazai told us it would be a young person who would know better, and she's the youngest of them all.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Interesting, a quiet woman, somewhat fragile. I sensed instability in her, but not the aptitude for violence. I will be interested to learn what my people can extract from her. Signals to her bodyguards, they slip from his side and flit towards the Dendro chapel at a flat run. I hope I'm right. If I'm not right, this is going to be very sad. Sometime later, the bodyguards race back to Folsom's side. One of them whispers in his ear and he nods. Kiyatawa is already gone. She must have suspected you were close to proving her guilt. Oh crap, maybe I shouldn't have asked her. Maybe I shouldn't have confronted her. At least she has fled, and I doubt she'll return. If you ever see her again, feel free to do the same thing to her that she did to my people. He gestures to one of the bodyguards, and she hastens forward with your reward. Folsom looks away. Farewell, godling. Surprised to see you again. You've named our murderer and justice is done. Do we have other business to discuss? Nah. I guess not.
Doing begets learning, I guess.
Okay, let's see. Where are we? We also could go and bring Eridas back to Master Renio. Should find a way to bring Eridas before Renio to account for his actions. If I remember correctly, he wouldn't join our party because it was full. You could go to the Caravanserai and look for Persea. Do I have any items? Oh, I was already there. Do I have any items that give me a boost to intellect? Or am I using my flex skill? I am using my flex skill. I honestly don't remember what I'm using it for. 3 points of might. 2 heals. She's good with light weapons like daggers, clubs, and pistols. He's good with medium weapons like crossbows, rifles, and single-handed melee weapons. She, of course, has no combat skill. Neither do I. Okay, well.
Trust and honesty are our bonds.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Looks like we leveled up. Oh, look at that. Are we about to go up a tier? No, not exactly. We can spend extra effort, though. Oh, we've reached tier 2. Can get resilient, regain 30% of points spent on effort whenever you fail a non-combat task. Oh, that's kind of nice. 30% of points. That's weird. So, like, if I spend 2 points, do I get 0.6 back? Yeah, how does that work? No, doesn't really tell me anything more. Or armor expert. Yeah, I don't see me wearing a lot of armor, so let's go with resilient. Ooh, choose an ability to learn. Hedge magic. That might be useful. Sucker Punch, practiced on armor. I already took the light armor bonus though, so Illusory Warrior. Summon a psychic construct that helps you flank your enemies. This character can only summon one Illusory Warrior at a time. That's cool. Charm. Automatically succeed at the next Persuasion, Deception, or Intimidation task. Cost 3 intellect though. Resourceful. Get +1 training in Cipher use skills. And Warp Dash. Allows you to carry additional ciphers. Illusory Warrior sounds cool. Hedge Magic sounds cool. I'm gonna go with Resourceful though. Let's pick that up. Oh, and I get a skill to increase. Okay. Let's see. We have other people that are good at. Do I really only have like 2 skills? Seemed like I had more than that. Okay, so Alagurn's good at like machines and stuff, and these two are both good at like stealth. I could pick Lore Natural or Lore Mystical. Academic science, knowledge of sciences that are not exactly physical nor natural, including strange or transdimensional creatures. Academic knowledge of the natural science of physical creatures. I like Persuasion, but I've already got that. Quick Fingers, maybe. Fine motor control and the ability to manipulate delicate devices. Let's pick that one. Okay, so now... Alright, we've got more stuff now. And our dominant tide is gold now. Gold tide represents empathy, compassion, and sacrifice. People attuned to this tide consider the needs of those they care about to be greater than any other consideration. Martyrs, philanthropists, avengers, and guardians are often attuned to this tide. Okay, that's kind of nice. Makina is also ready to level up. Let's give her increased edge. Let's give her speed. Yeah. My enemies will fear me more, I mean. Okay, so next time we will probably, I don't know, we've got multiple quests to take care of. Maybe we'll go to the Caravanserai and help look for that girl. I think I want to go back to the Labyrinth because it sounds like there's a couple things we need to do there, which might mean I'm going to go back to the Changing Gods research lab. But for now, I think that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care.